Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel. And today on Tool Talk episode 35, I believe it is, we're going to be going into my top 5 favorite commonly used tools here at home. I could have easily done 10 or more because I love all of my tools, but I tried to narrow it down. I could have gone a lot of different ways, but I just picked these ones, so I hope you guys enjoy. But in my previous video, I asked you guys about what the quality was like now that I have a new camera, as well as the audio. And I understand the video quality has improved, but the audio has improved, but it sounds almost like I'm in a can or, in a garage. And that's because I can only open my garage door so much, because if I open it too much, I get too much light shining in and it affects with the lighting of the video. But I can't have it shut because then the sound is really bad. So I'm trying to make it as best as possible. I think what I'm going to try next is a rubber mat, like a hallway mat that goes right here in front of this lip. I have a step right here that my workbench and my toolbox sit on, and then the rest of the garage floor is flat. So I'm going to try and get like a work mat right here, and hopefully that kind of deadens some of the echo. If that doesn't work, I will probably invest in a microphone so it's better for you guys. But I want to thank you guys so much for commenting, and yeah, so I hope you guys also enjoyed the new intro. I also have a new outro for my videos, and I think it just looks a lot better than that simple stuff. So now that I'm using a new editing software, my content should be a little bit better. I hope you guys enjoy. I think it's a little bit more attractive. So let's get into this. My first up is something almost everybody will love using. I mean, I don't know who doesn't love using cordless or pneumatic tools, because these speed up and make jobs so much easier. And as you guys know, as a kid growing up, I didn't have a lot of cordless tools or anything like that. So now that I have them and I've been forcing myself to use them more and more, they are a lifesaver and they work so well. It doesn't matter what you go with, as long as it's of good quality and you guys like it, and that's all that matters, because these things are great. It speeds up a lot of the work, because these are pretty portable, the size, and it really helps. I can't wait to get my Milwaukee M12 3/8 ratchet, because I know that thing is going to speed up a lot of other stuff, because sometimes you just can't get these into real tight areas. But that's my number one. This is the DeWalt 20 volt max XR brushless impact driver. It's got 3 speeds for if you want to use it as like a drill or an impact. And then this is just their DeWalt 20 volt max half-inch impact. It's the compact one, it's not the full size, but it's still good enough to get a lot of the jobs done here at home. So that's why I keep it here. I'm probably going to get the bigger version for my work box, just because all I have there are pneumatic tools, so I definitely want to get some cordless tools. Next up, I could have went with pliers and stuff, but those are really common. Everybody loves pliers. They help out with everything. But I have been doing a lot of wiring lately, so I gotta say, I absolutely love my new wire strippers. I used to do a lot of wiring as far as hooking up sound systems, installing head units and stuff like that. And I've had the same pair of wire strippers for, 10 years, and they were just wore out and they were cheap. And so I invested in some better ones. These are made by Vector Tools. They're $15, but it's the same design that you would find in like the Napa Carlisle, Snap-on. Everybody makes this style, and there's a reason why. They work absolutely great. So these are 15. I think the Carlisles are like 20 or 25, and the Snap-on's like, I don't know, a little bit more expensive. But the design is a little bit different on those as far as the head style. This is the same, it has almost like an indent in the head up here where the crimping action is, but these still work great. And these make stripping wires so much easier. They do have a crimping portion at the bottom that you can see. I don't really use that. I use more of that one for crimping because it does a really good job. but for stripping wires, this style works great, and I've been using these a lot since I started redoing all the wiring in my Camaro. So next up is my torque wrenches. I use my torque wrenches a lot, rebuilding my engine. You know, anytime I put new wheels on or have to take my wheels off and do like a brake job or anything like that, torque wrenches are my go-to thing. I know I need to invest in some torque sticks, but I'm not sure which ones to go with. I was looking at the Pittsburgh ones, but I've heard of people snapping those, so I'm not too sure. If you guys have the Pittsburgh torque sticks, let me know how they are, or if I should invest in a little bit more expensive set. But this is a Tecton click style 3/8 drive torque wrench. It goes up to 80 foot-pounds, 10 to 80 foot-pounds, and you can actually get the Tecton torque wrenches for a damn good price. And I think they're better quality than, well, I know they're better quality than like the Pittsburgh one. They're not going to be, you know, your professional Matco and Snap-on quality, but they are still great. This is my Matco 1/2-inch torque wrench. And I haven't used this one as much because when rebuilding my engine and stuff like that, I haven't needed to put that much torque on something. These are better for like lug nuts and stuff like that, where you really need like 100 foot-pounds and more. But this thing works great too. It's got a locking feature. The Tecton has that screw in the bottom. This has a quick pull tab where you just pull it down and you adjust it. And just remember, anytime you're done using your torque wrench, to zero it out so you don't have that spring compressed. This is also a click style. I am getting an electronic one, so I can do a review for you guys about the different torque wrenches. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video too. But this Matco 1/2-inch torque wrench is great. You get a lot of leverage and it works great. So that's another one of my more commonly used tools at home. Then, get some of this stuff out of the way. Now I wouldn't say I use this a whole lot, but I do work on other people's cars and stuff here at home as well. But I picked up this Matco set. This is good for home or work. This set, I believe, runs around $60. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember because I used my certificate from school to get it for free. But it's a magnetic spark plug socket set. And it comes with, I think it's 4 different sizes. Not too sure. We gotta look. I know it's your most common sizes. I think it's just 3 actually. So you got a couple that don't have any extensions on them, but the thing that I love about this set are the ones with the extensions, because they come built in with a wobble feature, and with a lot of newer cars, it is a lot more complex to get to the spark plugs than it is like on my old V8, where you just go down right there by the header and remove the spark plugs. So you will find yourself in some awkward situations, and these things are absolutely amazing. I like the magnet over the rubber grommet. These magnets are extremely strong and work very well. So I find myself using this set a lot more now that I have it over like the grommet style spark plugs. The part number on it is SPK6, so if you want to look at that. And then I have up my Easy Red flex head locking ratcheting wrenches. These are a little bit more on the expensive side. A lot of different companies make this style, like Mountain and Gear Wrench has a style, and Tecton, and there's a lot of different ones, but they all do basically the exact same thing. I bought these, and I would use these at home or work. Some people have had a problem, breaking the gear in here, but I haven't had a problem with mine yet, and I hope I don't. But they do have limited lifetime warranty, so hopefully that doesn't affect anything if I do break them. But you got this push button on the side that allows you to lock the head in any position that you want, and it does have pretty fine teeth here, so there are quite a few different angles that you can lock it at, It does have the offset here, so you can get on fasteners and still kind of have some clearance, as well as the flex head can kind of help you with that as well. But this is the SAE set. It runs around like 110 or 120, and then it is a 4-piece set, so 8 different sizes. Then I have the metric set that's like $180, but it is 5 different inches and 10 different sizes. But they work absolutely amazing. I love it. These are spline drive. You can get, I think the Tectons are 6-point, and gear wrench or either spline drive or just, you know, your normal box end wrench. But I love these. I find myself using them actually quite a bit working in engine bays, just because I can get down in certain areas that you can't really with a normal wrench. And then last up, I'm kind of including my 3 most commonly used ratchets. For 1/4-inch drive, set these down. For a 1/4-inch drive, ever since I got these, this is the Gear Wrench 84 tooth locking flex head. Ever since I got these, I found myself using this one over any other 1/4-inch ratchet that I have, just because it has the locking flex head feature, which is right here, just a little flip switch. I like this design with the lock feature right here. And it's just like a reverse lever on the top of your ratchet. And it is a very smooth operating ratchet. It's got the comfort grip. I really like that. So that's my most commonly used 1/4-inch. And of course, now that I got my first snap-on, it was very hard because I love my Gear Wrench 120 XPs. But ever since I got this snap-on, it is just so smooth. It's not flex head or anything, but anytime I go for 3/8, I usually grab this or my Pittsburgh one, just because even though I have a lot better ratchets than my Pittsburgh ones, I still tend to grab my Pittsburgh most often, just because if I break it, I'm not going to be, you know, butthurt about it or anything. But even though all of my other ratchets have lifetime warranty, I'm still going to be sad if I break one of them. I would rather break a Pittsburgh than a snap-on or a gear wrench. So that's my most commonly used 3/8 now. And for my 1/2-inch, it is definitely this Gear Wrench 120 XP. Any 1/2-inch ratchet that you have is obviously going to have a bigger body, so that isn't a complaint for me. Basically, the reason I love this one so much is it's semi-locking flex head. It's 120 positions, 60-tooth gear, 2 pawls. You guys have heard enough about my ratchets, but the main reason I love this ratchet so much is because over any of your other 1/2-inch ratchets, it is just a monster compared to your normal 1/2-inch ratchets. You can get a lot of leverage with this thing, and it is strong. So anytime I really need to break something loose, this is what I use. I don't hardly find myself using a breaker bar. If it is that tough, I will, but most of the time this monster can take off almost any fastener that I've had troubles with so far. So that is my top 5 most commonly used tools. Please understand that there are many different routes I could have went. You know, I could have showed different pliers and stuff, but these are the items I chose. I know I could have went a lot of different ways. I'm sure you guys would have went different routes with it as well, but that's the way I went, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for my next video. It will either be the Harbor Freight catalog review or my top 5 uncommonly used tools that I still love. Basically those tools that you don't use that often, but when you do need them, they are amazing. So that's what I'll be covering next. But I think everybody can agree all these tools that I showed you are pretty damn handy, whether you're at home or at work. You will find yourself using these quite often. Unless you don't really do electrical work, then you probably won't find yourself using much for wire strippers. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the new intro, the new editing software, and the outro, and obviously the content inside the video, because that's the most important part. But I'm trying to make it more attractive and entertaining to you guys, so I hope you guys are happy. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're over 1,200 subscribers now. That is amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough. So leave a comment down below what your 5 most commonly used tools at home are that you love. And as always, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Thank you.